Yeah.
So for our advertisement, we chose a Facebook ad called Born in Quarantine. So a little bit of background, this commercial was created for Facebook as an advertisement for their parent support page, as well as the use of Facebook to stay connected. So while they were talking about this parent support page and other Facebook groups, they were also promoting social media during COVID-19 and the importance of that during this time. And it's told through the story of Anita Sampson, who was born during the influenza pandemic, and kind of her story along with like being quarantined as a child and how her mother went through that, and then how that's similar to times right now. So the ad agency that created this advertisement is Droga5. They work with a lot of big name companies, including many of Facebook's ads. They've been helping many brands navigate COVID-19, especially through some of their recent campaigns. And the company prides themselves in keeping brand purpose at the center of everything they do. So they talked a little bit about that on their website, versus like the upstream and downstream communication. And they want to make sure that they have action-oriented definition of mission and values. So that kind of came across in the Facebook ad a little bit, keeping communication during this time as the center of what they were doing. And so here's our advertisement. Okay.
I was born during a quarantine. I don't remember it, of course, but for my mother, it was a very difficult time. She told me it was just you and me for many months. But she wasn't alone. Everybody tried to do what they could to help. But she was also a very strong person. And then it was over. We came out into a new world, my mother and me. We can get through this. We all have the strength to do it. I'm 100 years old, and you just take care of that little miracle.
Okay, and so as you can see in this video, it compares being born in the quarantine now versus in 1920. And it shows that even back then, those mothers who were having babies in the quarantine were supported by others. And Facebook's parent support wants to do the same thing to mothers having babies right now. And so this video was an advertising campaign for Facebook's Parent Support Hub, which is aimed at supporting new parents and keeping them connected. And as you can see from these screenshots from their website, during this pandemic, Facebook's goal is to help new parents know that they are not alone in this crisis and to help them stay informed on COVID-19 updates. And the goal of this advertising campaign is for new parents to stay connected with their loved ones and friends during this pandemic through Facebook's parent support page. And Facebook emphasizes the fact that parenting is not easy, especially alone in this time. So they want their parent support hub to be a place of support for new parents.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the creative tone of the advertisement, which so I'll just touch on the colors and the lighting and the different images used to make the advertisement more engaging for the viewer. So right off the bat, the first scene in the ad has a black and white photos of a baby being born. A lot of times we associate black and white with older technology, older times, which is sort of what the ad is trying to accomplish. We also see that they promote the use of social media, as we talked about before. They do this by including screen captures from Instagram posts and then showing messages between friends and family, and sort of promoting their own Facebook company, being a social media company, and just staying connected. And then that last photo there shows a comparison of modern times to events from the past. So again, we have a black and white photo showing an older time with a mother and her child, and then a colored photo showing a mom maybe in this 2020 quarantine. So next is the key messaging, which is about the main idea of the ad. So I think the main thing that Facebook wants us to take away from this ad is bravery and optimism. Telling the story from Anita Sampson sort of can provide hope to other new families or new mothers or even people who are pregnant that they can get through this hard time that they're being faced with, just like Anita and her mom did. And it sort of just emphasizes the importance of staying in touch and making connections with others, just as they make the connection of today's pandemic with the pandemic from the 1920s. So using this figure who was born during a pandemic is something that's relatable for everyone, not just new mothers, but especially for them.
Okay, so as for Facebook's response to COVID-19, they've actually been taking quite a few initiatives to keep people safe and informed during this public health crisis. So the first main thing that they've been doing is ensuring that everyone has access to accurate information and removing harmful content that could have a very negative effect on people. And some of the ways that they are doing this are investing $100 million into the news industry and fact-checking organizations to ensure accuracy in the information that they are providing to people. And then they're also prohibiting exploitive tactics in ads because they want to protect the public from trying to use this emergency for financial gain. So in conjunction of this, all the ads for like face masks, test kits, hand sanitizers, disinfecting wipes, all of that are banned from Facebook. And then down below, there's actually a tweet mentioning that. And then the second main problem is, or the second thing that they're doing is supporting health and economic relief efforts. And for this, they're also donating a lot of money. So they're donating $25 million to frontline healthcare workers, $20 million to COVID-19 relief efforts. They're investing $100 million into small businesses because they are suffering greatly during this time. And they are actually providing free ads to the World Health Organization on Facebook as well. And then lastly, they're just keeping everyone connected because human connection, even if it is from a distance, is super important during this time. And then so they're sharing a lot of well-being tips and resources, as well as donating $2 million to support mental health crisis helplines. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you.